Forward. A Dharma talk without words. In a world spinning at dizzying speed, where materialism and technology often drown out the voice of the soul, a quiet but powerful figure has emerged, touching the hearts of millions. This is the story of Venerable Minh Tue, born Le Ang Tu, a steadfast monastic who has chosen the austere path of the 13 Dhutanga practices, among the most ancient ascetic disciplines in early Buddhism. With bare feet worn by the roads, patchwork robes stitched from discarded fabric, and a single alms bowl, he has walked silently across Vietnam and beyond. He does not teach with words, yet his very life has become a Dharma talk without words, a living scripture that anyone can read and feel. This book is not written to glorify or deify any individual. It is a journey of exploration, a sincere attempt to record the footprints of someone who lives almost entirely in accordance with the Buddha's teachings, a living testimony of renunciation, humility, and liberation. From his quiet steps between 2018 and 2023, to the sudden rise of a widespread phenomenon in 2024 that captured national and international attention, Venerable Minh Tue has sparked a profound reflection on the core values of ethics, spirituality, and the true meaning of happiness. Through these pages, we will not only witness his intense path of practice, but also contemplate astonishing events, such as his maintaining a standing meditation posture for over a month as of July 13, 2025, a remarkable display of meditative strength and a will that surpasses physical limits. We will hear his simple yet profound words distilled from a life of alms rounds and austerity. Most notably, this book delves into real-life encounters where his presence has touched and transformed the lives of ordinary people. From a construction worker who found comfort under the blazing sun, to a fiery-tempered woman who voluntarily began a vegetarian practice to train her heart. We will also revisit his misunderstandings and controversies he faced with unwavering stillness, and how social media responded to this phenomenon that transcended conventional frameworks. Insightful reflections from intellectuals such as Dr. Viet and Dr. Jenny Uyen Chu will shed more light on the deeper meaning of his appearance. As Dr. Chu writes, "Demons cannot stand the light. When the true Dharma is present, darkness must reveal itself." And a timely reminder for every reader: don't chase after the monk to seek blessings. Stand still and place your palms together with a pure heart. The life and practice of Venerable Minh Tue are not matters to blindly believe or reject, but rather they offer a sincere invitation to observe, to reflect, to learn, to be still. May each page of this book offer readers, whether young souls searching for meaning, adults under pressure, or anyone longing for peace, a new perspective on the spiritual path, the human potential for inner transformation, and perhaps rekindle a beacon of calm within themselves.
One. Who is Minh Tue? The thoughts and actions of Venerable Minh Tue have surpassed the realm of ordinary humans. That is why we cannot understand him. Dr. Vu Thay Jung. He is simply a citizen, in the constitutional sense, choosing his own way of life, causing no harm, violating no laws, and infringing upon no one's freedom. Journalist Le Ta Bing. In a world overflowing with noise, one man chose silence. In an era of image obsession, one man chose anonymity. In a society addicted to possessions, one man chose possessionlessness. That man is Ky Anh, born on May 19, 1981, in a small village in Ky Anh, Ha Tinh, now respectfully known by another name, Minh Tue. From a young age, Tue was known as a gentle, quiet, studious boy. His family was not wealthy, but amid the simplicity of fields and forests, especially in the Central Highlands where they moved in 1994, Tue grew up with wind, sun, stones, and the daily labor that taught him diligence and endurance. After military service, he studied forestry and later worked as a land surveyor for a private company. The job was stable, life was sufficient, but within him, a deep stirring began. He turned to vegetarianism, began reading Buddhist scriptures, and silently practiced as though he were tracing a path back to his own inner origin. Every great journey, whether loud or silent, begins with an inner awakening. For Ky Anh, that moment led him away from a stable life into a path of renunciation that few in the modern world would dare choose. In 2015, he formally ordained at a Buddhist institution, receiving the Dharma name Thich Minh Tue. However, the monastic life within temple walls, bound by ceremonies and institutional norms, seemed increasingly distant from his original calling, a path closer to the renunciant life the Buddha himself had walked. And so, on December 4, 2018, a new path unfolded. He left the temple in Taining, discarding even the monastic prefix Thich, retaining only Minh Tue, bright wisdom. From that day, he officially began walking the path of a wandering mendicant, practicing the 13 Dhutanga austerities of early Buddhism. No fixed dwelling, no possessions, no money, no doctrine. His robe was stitched from scraps found in cemeteries. His alms bowl was repurposed from the core of a rice cooker. He ate only one meal a day. No shoes, no camera, no name tag. Only footsteps, and a vow to practice as the Buddha once taught. At first, no one knew him. He was mistaken for a fake monk, beaten until his mouth bled, insulted, even stoned. Yet he simply bowed and whispered, "May they be happy." For 6 silent years, he walked across Vietnam, south to north and back again. From deep forests to bustling cities, from coastal plains to highland passes, alone, with no cameraman, no media, no titles. At times, he meditated in solitude on Nhan Mountain, Nha Trang. Until 2024, when this quiet journey suddenly became a national phenomenon. Thousands took to the streets to walk behind him. The image of a barefoot mendicant, head uncovered, holding a wooden bowl in the middle of crowded cities became a living symbol. He spoke not a single sermon, yet moved millions. Those who mocked him became supporters. Those who once called him a fake monk returned hands joined in reverence. As journalist Lê Thà Bing observed, he delivers no sermons to the masses, builds no temples, gathers no disciples. He does not appear on Dharma thrones. He appears in the dust of the world. He never refers to himself as master. He calls himself child, even to those younger than him. He claims no enlightenment. He accepts no disciples. Yet at one point, over 30 young monks chose to follow him, forming what people began calling the Minh Tue Sangha. But he never organized it, never invited anyone, never asked anyone to stay. Whoever wanted to follow, followed. Whoever wished to leave, left. He never stopped them. It is this very presence, said Lê Thà Bing, that makes it impossible for others to pretend they are truly practicing. When asked, "What use is all this walking?" he answered, "I don't know who benefits. I only know that each step I take is a step of letting go. If someone finds meaning in that, then it's their karmic connection." Dr. Vu Thay Jung remarked, "Venerable Minh Tue does not invent anything new. He merely retraces the ancient path of the enlightened one, just as it was. Religion at its core is not a robe, nor is it a monk's ID card. It's the way we live each day, in silence, discipline, and mindfulness. Lei Ta Bing. Then came the media storm. Authorities asked him to stop. The press raised questions. He did not react. He simply withdrew and continued walking. By the end of 2024, he quietly left Vietnam, passing through Laos, Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore, and finally Sri Lanka. Each country became a field of practice, each hardship a test of equanimity. Then, on April 25, 2025, he arrived at Bodh Gaya, India, the sacred site of the Buddha's enlightenment. No parade, no cameras, just seated meditation under the Bodhi tree and silent alms rounds each morning, with a fragile but unwavering step. From May to July 2025, he remained at Bodh Gaya. No declarations, no Dharma conferences, yet people came from everywhere, not to hear him speak, but to see him, to feel him, to find stillness. A monk who walks silently through life, yet leaves behind more than all the noisy writings combined. Lei Ta Bing. More and more lay people, monks, professors, and even non-Buddhists have begun to address him with titles of reverence. Nai Minh Tue, Dak Minh Tue. These were not self-proclaimed titles. No institution bestowed them. They arose from people's hearts, after seeing, feeling, and being illuminated. I was once skeptical, even cautious, but I could not deny the light radiating from his silence. Lei Ta Bing. He speaks little, but wherever he goes, virtue shines. He walks like meditation, sees like meditation, and lives like a profound question asked of this world. If there's no official Sangha, no Dharma name, where then is the morality of a true monk? Dr. Vu Thay Jung. Those who slander him now will kneel later. Lei Ta Bing. And perhaps the answer lies in that very silent posture, a light step across this world that echoes in the deepest realms of the heart. That is Minh Tue, a man who leaves no sermons, but a life that is the sermon itself. A man who calls no one to follow, but leads many back to themselves. A man who belongs to no institution, but revives the original spirit of Buddhism, to live simply, mindfully, and compassionately. To millions, he is not just a renunciate. He is a mirror, a living sutra, a Dharma talk without words in the heart of the 21st century.